Hi, I'm Lyndsie. My pronouns are she, her, and today I'd like to walk you through an intermediate to slightly advanced chair class. Now, these are different than my seated Pilates sessions. In actuality, we're not gonna sit on this chair once. We're gonna be coming up and down off the floor a couple of times, and using the chair to help you do that is a great place to be. And also, we're just gonna be using the chair to kind of add some challenge and push us towards some of the movements that happen on a Pilates chair, which is a specific piece of equipment designed by Joseph Pilates. Now, most people don't have one at home, so I've adapted some of that work to a just regular old chair. We're gonna start out, a solid chair is gonna be your best bet, something that feels nice and sturdy. And if it doesn't have a cross beam in the bottom, that's ideal, just because our legs are gonna be going under there sometimes. If that's not an option, no big deal. We can work around it. You can put your feet on top of it or below it. We will figure it out. Don't fret too much. To start, I'd like to do a little bit of standing warm up. So you're gonna rotate your chair so that the back of it is near you. And then we're just gonna stand nice and tall. I'm gonna be using the chair purely as like a, oh my God, I'm really wiggling, I'm gonna fall sort of ocean handle. So that's all it's for at the moment. And then feet are gonna be in parallel. So all your toes pointed straight forward. I know that not all of us have straight toes, so the mass majority of your toes pointed straight forward. And then we're gonna just take a couple of big breaths and roll our shoulders to start. So on your next inhale, lift your shoulders up to your ears. And on your exhale, roll them down and back. 2 more times. Last one. Back. Okay, now, hand can hover over that chair, other hand up onto your hip. If you feel like you don't need that support, it's not required, okay? On your next exhale, you're gonna lift your heels and inhale, lower them. Exhale, lifts, inhale, lowers. If you've taken some of my classes, you know that this standing warm-up for your legs is probably one of my favorite places to start because it's really accessible. You can kind of do it anywhere. I catch myself doing these calf raises in line at the grocery store now. I'm sure that I will do them once I start going back to Disneyland in line there too. 2 more times. Last one lifts and stays lifted. This is where the chair comes in handy. So my heels are elevated, and then I'm gonna bend my knees and lower myself down and then stand back up without the heels dropping. So we just lower and lift. 3 more. Last 2. And last 1. Woo, this is why I like to have this nearby. Lift, lift, lift. Bend one knee, drop one heel, lift up to switch. Like you're prancing, you're pedaling through your feet. Always lifting before you go back down again. And then pick up the pace. We're just trying to get the blood pumping a little bit here. For 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Heels up. Drop them down. Let's find an external rotation with those legs, a Pilates V, if you will. I really don't love calling it that because it's just external rotation on your legs. Pretty audacious to call this Pilates V. Yeah, it's just externally rotated legs. Zip your inner thighs together, give them a squeeze, and then on your exhale, lift your heels, inhale, lowers them. 4 more. 2 and 1. Heels are up. You guessed it. We're bending the knees while the heels stay lifted. And then we're standing up. Ooh, yeah, I almost ate it. Holding onto the back of the chair. There's no shame. Balance is hard, but we're working on it, right? That's part of Pilates work, is focusing and finding balance in our bodies and trying new things that are hard, but we can do hard stuff. And up. 1 more time. Oh, high thighs. And drop those feet. Now you're gonna step it out a little bit wider. We have 1 more set of these to do. Just getting those legs warmed up, and then we'll come down to the mat. Actually, that's a fib. We're gonna do a little bit of booty work, and then we'll come down to the mat. Okay, hand over that back of that chair. Lift and lower the heels. Now, your wide stance is your own. I want you to find where it feels good to you, functional. I'm not gonna prescribe a super wide stance or narrow. I just want you to find what feels like a wide width. 2 more. Last one, heels stay up, bend those knees, and stand up tall. Don't let those heels fall. 4 more. Oh yeah, and up. 3. Woo. Last 2. Last one, come down. Now here, shift your weight left and right. Oh, hi, back and forth. We're just changing it for 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back to center, stand up, and drop your feet. Fabulous. Now we're gonna turn to face the back of this chair. Here, I am going to put my hands on it and find essentially what's a modified plank here. Pelvis is forward. Now, the beauty of using the back of the chair is that you don't have to have a hard bend to your wrists. So rock your knuckles forward, try to keep the wrists as straight as possible. Pelvis forward, tuck your tailbone underneath you. Now shift your weight to the right foot and take the left leg out long behind, toes tap down on the mat. Now on your next exhale, you're just lifting and lowering that leg. Squeezing that butt cheek. 2, 1. Now we're gonna go to standing single leg kick. So you're gonna kick in towards your butt twice, reach it long. Kick, and reach. Last 3, 2, and 1. Send it down, shift your weight to the left foot, send the right leg out. Now lift and lower. 2, and 1. Kick, and reach. Kick, and reach. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Swing that leg underneath. Send your butt out behind you and drop your chest through your arms, finding a stretch. Wag your butt left and right. Now we're gonna give our legs a little bit of a break and start working through our abdominals. Curl your way up, and we're gonna turn this chair with the seat towards you and put it pretty close to the bottom end of your setup. And then sit yourself down. Soft bend of your knees, feet underneath said chair. This is just for positioning later. We're, you guessed it, doing a half roll back series, which is a really good place to work. Arms come out in front of you, have them above the seat of the chair. And on your exhale, curl down. Breathe in, and up we come. Down and up. Always moving on your exhales. Now, we're gonna start adding some arm thought to this. We're gonna curl back, and then send the arms under the seat of the chair. We curl back, and they go over, back, and they go under, back, and they go over. Now let's play with our brains. We're gonna curl back, and they're gonna split one under, one over. We curl back, and they split the other way. Back and forth. Last one, or pair I should say. And up we come, hands back behind you. Press into the heels of your hands, lift your chest, drop your head from side to side. Roll your head around a couple times each direction. And reverse. All right, let's come back to center. Now here, we're gonna take the arms out in front of us, and we're gonna float our left foot up off the ground and curl back and back up. 3 more times on this side. 2, and up. Last one, and up. Set that left foot down, pick the right foot up, curl it down, 3, and up. Last 2, and up. One more time. Up, set that foot down. Now bring your elbows back behind you. Press them into the mat and slide your shoulders away from your ears. Now here, on your next exhale, you're going to pick your feet up, send them out over the chair, pull them in, send them under. Woo! Pull it in, send them over. You might hit your chair, it's okay. And under. We're still figuring out where we are in space. Over and under. One more time. Over and under. In we come, feet come down, lay down flat. Whew. Be tired for a moment. Drop your knees from side to side. Now we're bringing ourselves back up, forearms back down on that mat. Shoulders pressed down away from your ears, chest proud, legs to tabletop. Now they're gonna split. One goes under, one goes over. One more each way. Bring it in, feet down, body down. Arms out to a T. Drop your knees from side to side. We're gonna take a little stretch break here. I like peppering these in every once in a while just to give a relief. We're gonna extend the left leg long, let it rest on the mat, and pull the right knee into your chest and give it a squeeze. Now, if you're having a hard time holding onto your leg here, you can grab a yoga strap, a belt, a dog leash, anything. Put it across your shin and pull in. Keep that bottom leg, the long one, reaching in opposition. And now, we're gonna take that leg across your body a little bit. Take the arm on the same side as that in leg out to a T. Don't lose the pull up as it comes across you. Two. And 1. We're gonna come on back through center and switch. Extend that leg long. Pull the other one in, give it a squeeze. And then take it across the body, letting the arm on the same side open to a T to help anchor you. Don't lose the pull up as you go across. We're gonna swing it back to center. Scooch a little closer to your chair. Technical term, scooch. Bring your heels up onto the seat of the chair. Now, positioning wise, here, if you can get to essentially a tabletop shape where you feel like you can, have about a 90-degree bend at your thigh bone to waist and then your knee to your shin, great. We're all different heights though, so it's gonna feel and look a little bit different for everybody. If at any point during this version of articulated bridging, your hamstrings are like screaming at you and flipping you off, grab our inflatable ball that we use sometimes, or a pillow or a wadded up towel, and put it between your knees and squeeze the ever-living heck out of it, okay? It can help. If that does not help, bring your feet down to the floor. You can do this portion just with your feet on the floor as well. Now, arms are down by your sides, either way, and press your shoulders back into the mat. On your next exhale, you're gonna imprint your spine and peel up one little bone at a time. Breathe in at the top, soften through your chest, and roll your way back down, 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 down. 3 more. And down. 2. And down. Last one like this, high hamstrings. And down. Now we're gonna get a little bit of stretching and still work up the sides of our body. So we're gonna imprint our spine and peel up to a bridge. At the top here, imagine there's a pole running from the base of your neck to your pelvis, and you're gonna tilt your pelvis around that pole and then curl down the left side of your body. Oh, big ol' honkin' stretch. Stay tilted this direction and peel up the left side of your body. 2 more times. Peel down the left side. And peel up the left side. Last one. And up we go. Tilt to the right 3 times this way. 2. And last one. Down we go. Oh, golly. Scooch back just a tiny bit and extend your legs long so that the heels are just rested on that chair. Arms come up to the ceiling, palms facing towards the chair, shoulders heavy on the mat. And on your next exhale, you're gonna push the arms by your hips and curl up head and chest. And then inhale right back down. We're gonna curl up and down. 2. And 1, lower down. We're gonna add a single leg lift. So as you curl up, one leg floats off the seat of the chair. Alternating. Down, open your arms to a T and let the legs relax for a moment. 2 big breaths. Now, if you're at all familiar with my classes, you might have guessed where this is going next. And where it's going next is both legs coming up, double leg lifts. So activate those legs again. Shoulders heavy on the mat. Now as you curl up, squeeze your inner thighs and hover those feet off the chair. And back down. One, lower it down. Oh yeah, that groaning was real. Relax the legs. Now we're gonna go into this thing called the 100, and it is that curled up position, pumping the arms. In the classical 100, your legs are out long, you scoop them up from the floor and just hold them there while you pump. But here, we have the magic of this chair, and we're gonna rest on it. If at any point you feel spicy and you wanna try it, you can hover those legs off that chair. Not required though. Mine are staying down, to be completely honest with you. Okay, now I'm gonna do the counting, and I'll say inhale, I'll say exhale, and otherwise your goal, once you get into your curl, is to stabilize your body as much as possible, and then pump those arms to create challenges for that stability. Let's take the arms up to the ceiling, shoulders heavy on the mat. Exhale, we curl up. Holding here, we pump the arms. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pause here. Curl up an inch higher. And then lay it all the way down. Swing back down by your hips. Now, separate the legs just ever so slightly, and on your next exhale, squeeze your booty and push your hips up. And then inhale, touch them down. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, lower. 3, 2, and 1. Stays up. Float one leg up, set it down. Float the other leg up, set it down. Set your butt down. 2 more times. Lift the tush. A pair of leg lifts. And down. Last one. And down we go. Pull your knees into your chest, give them a squeeze. Roll your ankles around a few times. They just took a lot of tension, be nice to them. Curl up head and chest. And then rock and roll up to a seated position. Okay, so come all the way up. We're gonna start seated in a chair for some oblique work, and then we're gonna transition to laying on our hip on that chair for some side leg series. So let's turn the chair so it's more in the middle of your mat, and you're gonna sit on it. You're gonna scoot your booty really far to one side and extend the leg that on the side that the butt cheek's kind of hanging off. Actually, I'm gonna scoot back a tiny bit so that we don't lose any bit of me in the frame. Okay, now here, hands come back behind your head. Take a moment to get taller. And then you're gonna inhale and lean away from that leg and exhale, sit up. Inhale, lean away from the long leg and exhale up. Now, if you wanna add on to this, find that long leg and push into it. And don't let that change. And up. And up. 3. And up. Last 2. And last 1. Up we go. Now we're changing it, okay? Stick with me. We're gonna inhale over, exhale, rotate your chest towards the floor. Inhale back to center. 4 more. 2. And 1. Come back to center, sit all the way up. Bend that leg in, rest your arms for a moment. Roll your shoulders. Now, we're gonna be getting into something that's a little more precariously shaped. And we're gonna be laying on our hip. If you know your hip is tender, maybe grab a pillow or a pad or fold up a piece of a yoga mat and set it on the seat of the chair. If it's solid, if it's padded, you're golden. But from here, we're gonna scooch over as far as we can and bring our hand down to the floor and get our hip long, or our hip on the chair, legs long. Now here, we're trying to get to that hand directly underneath the shoulder. If this feels bad on your wrist, you're gonna walk it further away. That's your first option. Or you're gonna come up to fist down, okay? Either way, you can tell this is a slightly more precarious version of some of our side leg series. If at any point you need it, bend that bottom knee in, okay? I'm gonna hold on to the front of the chair. You're welcome to as well. We're going to lift and lower that top leg. Try to not sink into the bottom shoulder. 3, 2, and 1. Lower it down, kick forward and pull back. Kick and pull. Kick and pull. 2 and 1. Hold it in the back position, lift and lower. I am so red, y'all. 3, 2, 1. And then bend both knees in, push yourself up. Rest that wrist, flip it in opposition. So the top of the hand goes down on your thigh and just get a little counter stretch real quick. Now, while you're stretching, or after, we're gonna scoot to the other side. Let's extend that top leg long, flatten the other foot in front, butt cheeks hanging off. Hands come back behind your head. Now on an inhale, we lean over and exhale up. Inhale over, exhale lift. 3, 2. Ooh, getting a cramp. Last 1. And hands come down. Be nice to your hip if it's getting wonky like mine. And we're gonna change it. Hands back behind your head. We're gonna inhale over. Exhale, twist. Inhale to center. Exhale, twist. 3 more. 2. And 1. Come back to center. If you want to be fancy, set that hand down to transition. Get on your hip, hand underneath your shoulder. Top hand on the front of this friggin' chair. Now stay nice and stable. Lift and lower that top leg. 2, and 1. Bring it down. Dorsiflexion kicks forward, point to pull back. Kick and pull. Kick and pull. 2 more times. Last one. Ugh. Take it back there, little baby lifts and lowers. 3, 2, 1. Pull your knees in, teeter-totter your way up, and scoot really far forward on the seat of the chair. Now we're just gonna do a quick figure 4 stretch to be nice to those hips. So you're gonna cross one ankle over the other knee. Dorsiflexion in that foot is kind to your knee joint. Stay real vertical with your body. And then, if you would like more, you're gonna flat back, hinge forward. Don't round, okay? Flat back, chest stays proud. This is tight. Swear, every time I get into a figure 4 stretch, I'm surprised by a figure 4 stretch. Like how tight our hips can be, especially when you just worked them. 2 more big breaths. Sit up tall just to unpretzel and do the other side. Oh yeah, this is the leg I just worked. It is extra tight. Dorsiflexion in that foot, hand on the inner thigh. Leaning forward, but don't round the spine. Remember that. And then let's come up tall, unpretzel, and come on up to a standing position. Now, we're gonna turn this chair one more time to bring the seat towards us. And then we're gonna bring our hands down to the seat of the chair and walk our hands back to this sort of planky position. Now, holding here, we breathe. 2 and 1. Step your feet forward, send your booty back behind you, find a little flat back stretch. Wag your butt left and right a couple times. Bending a knee to do it is great, or just a shimmy shake back and forth is relevant as well. Come back to center. Now try to flatten your hands on the seat of that chair and take your legs back behind you. Zip those abdominals up and give me little baby push-ups. They're as big as you've got today. 2 and 1. Up we come, feet come forward, butt goes back. Now you're gonna curl your way all the way up to standing, and we're gonna step a little closer. Now here, I'm gonna scoot my chair back so we don't lose my head over and over again during this movement, but you're welcome to stay on the mat. Hands go to the back of the seat of the chair. Left foot steps forward. And now, on your next exhale, your goal is to put pressure in the heel of this up foot and bring your top foot off the ground. We're forward folded here. And now the work, while you stabilize your hands on the back of the chair, is bending this front knee to try to dip the right toes down and then bring them back up. Your bend is up to you. If going really deeply into this feels awful, fucking don't go deeply then. Be realistic. 3, 2, and 1. Come up, stay up here. This right leg, the long lower one, lifts and lowers. 2 and 1. Bend the knee into your chest and send it out long. Bend it in, reach it long. For 3, 2, and 1. Swing that leg down, set it on the seat of the chair. Now that initial step up we did truly is just how you have to get up here, but we're not gonna do that deep again. So take the other foot, the one that was just on top for so long, dangle it behind the seat of the chair, and then we're gonna lower and lift. Lower and lift. 3, 2, and 1. Lift and lower the free leg. 3, 2, 1. Keep it up here. Bend the knee in, send it out long. 3, 2, and 1. Set that foot down. Wag your butt left and right a couple times. Come off your hands slightly if you can. Roll your wrists. Now let's come back to one leg off. We're gonna shift to one side of the chair and then dangle our other leg off the side. Now here, we're trying to not let the pelvis lower it. Here, let's start with me on the other side first so you can see better. We're gonna start here. So we don't want this like dipping. We don't want our pelvis to shift, right? It's just supported. We're gonna take the leg back, out and around for a circle. You'll notice pretty quickly the leg that's actually doing most of the work is the standing leg. Now reverse it. 2, and 1. Set that foot on the chair, scoot to your other side. Drape that right leg to the side of the seat and circle. 3, 2, and 1. Reverse. 3, 2, and 1. Bring that foot on. Now, be very careful and take your time stepping off of this chair. Whew. Jello legs at this end if you don't already. Whew. And we're gonna finish with using the seat of this chair for some stretching. We're gonna step one foot forward again, but the other foot stays down on the floor. Slide that seat of the chair foot as far forward as you can. Tuck your tailbone underneath you and then lean forward, finding a stretch across the front of that down hip. Try to keep that pelvis pointed straight forward, no rotating open here. And now you're gonna push yourself back enough that you can straighten that front leg, flat back, hinge at your hip, dorsiflexion in the foot, and get a stretch. Probably up your hamstring, up the calf, maybe into your back. Just depends on where you're tight today, honestly. And then come up vertical, bring that foot down, step your other foot forward. Take a moment, tuck your tail underneath you like a scared dog before you shift and lean forward. You're gonna then shift yourself back, straighten that front leg, dorsiflexion, and hinge it. This side is much tighter than the other side. And up we come, slide that foot off. Take your arms down towards the floor, and we're gonna roll down one time to just get back to the center. Let the arms be heavy in the sockets. Take a big full breath in. Exhale, chin towards your chest. Rounding your back as you peel down off an imaginary wall behind you, letting the arms dangle in the sockets as if they're holding 5-pound weights pulling you towards the floor. At the bottom, bend one knee, soften and press into the opposite side. And then switch. Come back to center. Soften both knees and then molasses pace as slow as you can. Curl up, stretching the back of your shirt on the way up, 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 up. Once you're stacked up tall, take the arms back behind you. You're gonna grab a wrist or interlace your fingers, or if neither of those things work, snag a yoga strap and hold on to each side of it. And then we're gonna reach the hands down, lift the chest and breathe for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release it, shake the arms out. And that's it, my friends. Thanks for joining me in this adapted Pilates chair class that is a lot more about kicking your butt than it is about sitting on it. Thank you so much. Have a good day.